Hello, hi, very greetings of the day for everyone. In continuation of the last session on licensing and registration, now we like to see the other standard regulation, that is labeling and display regulation 2020. So in short, what to be seen in food label. So here we wanted to know about the introduction, the need, labeling requirements, specific requirements, restrictions on manner of labeling, mandatory declarations, and conclusions. So these are all the points we are going to discuss in this session. So in our country, regulations for food packaging is being taken care by FSSAI, Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, and Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. So now in the case of FSSAI, there are about three regulations, that is FSS, Food Safety Standards Labeling and Display Regulation 2020, Food Safety Standards Packaging Regulation 2018, and Food Safety Standards Advertisement and Claim Regulation 2018. In addition to that, Legal Metrology and Packaged Commodities Act, they have also taken care about the food packaging in India. So Ministry of Consumer Affairs come out with the logo Jaho Grahak Jaho, wake up consumer, wake up. So these are all the organizations taking up the packaging regulations in our country. So the food labeling regulation has been enacted as a regulation under the FSS Act 2006, class number K of section 2 of section 92 and 23. Recently, in the year 2020, Food Safety Standards Labeling and Display Regulation came into existence, which supersedes Packaging and Labeling Regulations 2011. So, as an introduction, we would like to see what is labeling. So, food labeling serves as the primary link between the consumer and the manufacturer. So, it is a communication between manufacturer and consumers, and it also talks about the containment, what it contains in the food packet, and it gives the protection to the food and make it convenience. So earlier there is one regulation as per FSSAI, that is FSS's Food Safety Standards Packaging and Labeling Regulation 2011. So now this regulation was divided into three different regulations dealing separately to packaging in the year 2018 and advertisement and claims requirement in the year 2018, labeling and display regulation 2020 to make the national labeling regulations more robust and effective. So now there are three regulations which takes care of labeling, that is labeling and display regulation 2020, advertisement and claim regulations 2018, and packaging 2018. Having said that, we would like to see what is the need of this regulation. The idea behind the new labeling regulation is to enable citizens to know more about the composition of food products so that they can make informed choices. According to Food Safety Standards Labeling and Display Regulation 2020, the packaged food companies will need to declare nutritional information such as calories, energy, saturated fat, trans fat, added sugar, sodium to be declared in the case of milligram. And additionally, they have to declare food allergens in the label as an important tool to reduce the risk of exposure and to prevent anaphylaxis for individuals with food allergies. So this regulation will supersede the food safety and standards, that is a packaging and labeling regulation 2011. Now let us see what are all the labeling requirements. So under the label, which we need to see the following things in any food label. First thing is name of the food, common name, generic name of the commodity, ingredients list, declaration regarding food additives, whatever they have added, nutritional information, non-veg or veg logo, net weight or drained weight, date of manufacture, best before and use by date, batch code, lot number or code number, country of origin if the product is imported from other countries, FSSAI logo and license number, name and address of the manufacturer, packer and manufacturer if the manufacturer is not a packer or importer, and instruction to use allergen declaration and advice. So these are all the informations which is mandatory to be declared in the labels. So name of the food, common name or usual name or an accompanying description of true nature of food can be given, where the meaning of a trademark, brand name or fancy name containing adjectives such as natural, fresh, pure, original, traditional, authentic, genuine, real, etc. If they are having in the label, then a disclaimer shall be given stating that this is only a brand name or trademark and does not represent its true nature. You can see two pockets here. One is written as real, the other one is written as Kachi Gani. So on premium. So they have given the declaration in the bottom of the label. Then ingredients list to be given in ascending order of their composition by weight or volume. Name of the oil is added, then they have to write the what type of oil has been added. Food additive carried over into a food from raw material or ingredient sufficient to perform a technological function, that food should be declared in list of ingredients. Percentage of an ingredient including compound ingredient or categories by weight or volume also to be given in the label. With regard to the nutrition information, serving size, total number of serve in a package, value per 100 gram or 100 ml or per serve percentage contribution to recommended dietary allowance to be given. Added sugar. If sugar is added during preparation, then the label declaration should be have the information like carbohydrate in gram and total sugars in gram, and separately added sugar also in to be given in gram. If the total fat content is more than 0.5%, then it is definitely they have to declare saturated fat and trans fat in the label. If the case of total fat is more than 0.5%, then they also declare cholesterol content, products containing fats of animal origin, and where total fat content is more than 0.5%. Single ingredient product, if it is fortified or enriched or added with the vitamin or minerals, they won't be exempted from declaration of nutritional information. So you can see the label here. The total fat content is more than 0.5%. So naturally they have declared saturated fat and trans fat, and also they declared cholesterol. And if it is, there are some exemptions. If the raw agricultural minimally processed products such as wheat, rice, cereals, pulses, per serving percentage contribution to RDA, and number of servings per pack may not be given for infant nutrition products and alcoholic beverages, water, only added ingredients or carbon dioxide. The quantity declared nutrients on the label shall have the tolerance of plus or minus 20% of the value for that nutrient. And these are all the products which need to be given mandatory labeling. Single ingredient product exempted from mandatory nutrition labeling. Single ingredient product, alcoholic beverages, salts and substitutes, herbs and spices, food for special dietary uses, food for special medical purpose, and tabletop sweeteners. And along with that, other than that, coffee and chicory mixture, herbal fruit infusions and tea extracts, and so on. Regarding food additives, if they are adding artificial flavoring substances or natural flavoring substances, then they have to declare with the INS number and also with a common name. Other mandatory labeling requirements include FSSAI logo and license of the brand owner, FSS logo license number of the manufacturer or a marketer or a packer or a bottler, as the case may be, if different from the brand owner. In addition to that, they have to declare lot number, code number, and batch identification, country of origin for imported food products, instructions for use, date manufacture or packaging or manufacture date, expiry date or use by date. In the case of product which is having shelf life less than 3 months, then they have to declare date, month, and year. If it is shelf life more than 3 months, then they have to declare month and year. And various logo we can come across, that is non-vegetarian logo and vegetarian logo need to be declared on the principal display panel. For non-vegetarian, brown color filled triangle inside a square with a brown outline. For a vegetarian symbol, veg green color filled circle inside a square with a green outline. It is not applicable for liquid milk, milk powder, honey, packaged drinking water, mineral water, carbonated water, alcoholic beverages. And additionally, the milk logo, FBO, food business operators must comply with the regulations of standard by July 1, 2022. The new logo features a milk drop in the center and a blue background. Milk logo for milk and milk products will be effective from 1/1/2023. And fortified food shall carry a word fortified with name of the fortificant and logo. It may also carry a tagline Shampurna Poshan Swastha Jivan under the logo. The requirement of carrying F plus logo on the label in case of iodized salt fortified only with iodine shall not be applicable. In the case of organic food, every package of certified organic food as per a Food Safety Standards Organic Foods Regulation 2017 shall carry a logo Jaivik Bharat. Food material sold in retail but which is not meant for human consumption, example Bhuja water, ghee for Diya oil, and puja etc., shall bear a block mark color cross inside a square with the block outline having the sides. So these are all the various mandatory and optional logos. If the product is radiated, then you have to go Redura symbol in the logo, in the label. So this allergen declaration and gluten-free product. A product can be labeled as gluten-free if it contains 20 milligram or less than 20 milligram per kilogram of gluten in the product. Then only it can be called as gluten-free products. So with this, we have seen in a brief manner about the labeling and display regulations. There were more informations are there. Please refer the labeling and display regulation 2020. So with this note, we can conclude this session. We will continue with the other session, next session, with the FSSAI license number and what is all about FSSAI logo. Thank you for patient listening. Wish you all the best.